It's 7 o'clock.
11 o'clock.
Have we decided how we even want to do a pre-cum cast?
We're doing it. This is it. There is no prep. We're not supposed to prep for the prep. We're supposed to prep for the cast, not the prep of the prep of the prep.
There is no prep, only stickiness.
Exactly.
Questions specifically directed to us beforehand.
We could.
could.
Do we want to go through the list and like take those, or just sit here and bullshit?
We could do both.
I mean,
you know what? Here, let me make a fucking post too on the announcements because I forgot to do that.
all the above kind of
Hey,
works.
Enigma, I'm just to fuck with you. I may just have to take a shit very soon.
Fucking I'm right here.
Well, then I guess we're gonna have to switch for 2 minutes when that happens. Otherwise, you're gonna have to keep speaking in the designated shitting street.
For those of you who are listening in and don't know, I'm currently sitting.
Jesus Christ, Flam! Just heavy breathing over Enigma. What the fuck? This phone thing isn't gonna work out long term.
I'm telling you, Flam, we could share
Well,
it.
definitely not long term, and it was only that time where I actually put my mic up close just so it would do that. So, but stupid me forgot my laptop at home.
I'm a little dirty, guys. I gotta shower again.
Oh.
What the fuck? If you get those headphones wet, I will actually end you.
I'm out of the bathtub. I did that specific out. I'm taking care of
Surprise! He actually shit in the bathtub. And he gotta
Took a
wash
shit
it
in
away.
my tub. Thanks. Welcome to let's
Yeah.
call it what it is, the pre-cum cast.
I
Fucking, you know that blue mat, that green mat in the tub. Yeah, it looks like autumn leaves now.
Oh no.
The reason why we're doing a pre-cum cast today is because our guest is a little fucking like late. Let's call a duck. Our guest is late, so we're waiting. So we're showing off some of the like banter that we do before we actually do a cast.
And I should probably like swap the thing over to actually show who's talking. There we go.
Yeah, you should also do that. All you should change it so that it's not Seventh Heaven.
Yeah, that's so that it's Seth, not Seventh Heaven.
Is it? No. Get off. Sorry.
What the fuck was that?
My dog's sitting on top of the jack for the guitar.
Your dog makes that
God
noise.
damn it, Malk.
I mean, if you touch a cord with like skin in general, it
Here,
starts up.
I'm logged in as you, so I'm gonna change.
I'm already
the title.
doing it.
Fine.
It's already
I'll
done.
Stop.
So fucking rude. You hear that?
Leviosa.
Leviosa.
It's
Oh,
Livius.
So- How's fucking Slam Enigma pencil time?
Yes, tell us.
It's super cool actually, but the only issue is either with some combination of the drier weather and turkey, because I'm allergic to cats. Fucking my throat feels like it's just had fucking 9-foot ogre penis sent to it. Like it's just fucking sore as shit.
Yeah, so it is the Mac. Okay, we confirmed it, Pencil. It is your computer. It's not the
This
internet.
time. Just this time, specifically. Everything's good now. I fixed it, but my Mac flipped balls about something.
That's just a Mac for you.
We're really macking these jokes up.
Guys.
That was worse than normal.
It didn't even make sense, and it still got a laugh out of people.
Oh god.
I cooked pizza for them.
Hell yes,
Yeah.
the alcoholic pizza.
Sure. Yeah, it was there the moment we arrived and we enjoyed it and it was great.
Like we
Customary
stepped-
shots of
and-
pepperoni
yeah.
vodka.
Yeah.
And I personally got so hammered that night. It was not even funny.
Fucking pepperoni vodka. I swear to God.
It's terrible.
It was.
That law got a child.
I showed him seagulls.
He took
See?
pictures for us as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We
I saw that
specifically-
there were a few new memes.
Yeah, we specifically.
We're there.
took-
I only saw one.
Is there one made of me carrying Enigma like a sack of potatoes?
I didn't know what to do with that. I didn't do anything with that.
Aw.
What else did you do? What else did you do, Alex? I only saw the movie poster, which was hilarious, by the way.
That was it. I'm not good with ideas.
Let
Oh.
us, by the way, introduce our interim guest.
Oh yes, right now we have Alex underscore.
Hello. It's
Alex
weird.
is our favorite intern.
I'm gonna be
Our
happy
best
with that.
intern. Our best intern.
You know, it's strange hiring your own stalker.
It's kind of true.
It's okay. He does lots of good work for us.
Yeah, we just boss him
Little
around
tiny-
and feel bad about it.
You guys might know Alex for those cute little fucking icons he makes for us.
It's true.
Oh yeah, those ones.
Yes.
Does it for our guests as well. And at some point we told him, hey, we need you to be in charge of our Twitter because the previous person who did our Twitter, while he was very good, he had a lot of real life commitments come up and we want to respect that. So.
Yes.
Honestly, I think the Twitter is literally the perfect thing for you, Alex. I don't know why, but it just somehow fits you perfectly.
It works.
Oh, thank you.
And now we've got Peter New talking to us, which is just like crazy. Oh, we have a question from Justice waiting. Alex underscore, how is it to be on the cast?
Oh, it's like the wrong side. I'm meant to be listening. It's weird.
I'm on the wrong side of the fence. Please toss me back. Toss me back.
Ask Enigma how to jump.
Yeah.
Do I jump? Just walk, but like
How do I
up.
get out?
Can't walk up, Becky.
Anyway, as per tradition, there is something we need to ask Alex to do. As you have a non-American accent, you need to give us your best American accent.
Do I? Okay.
Yes, you do.
Okay. Well, goddamn! I'm just gonna. No, hang on.
Ugh.
Hey there, Sugar Cube. I can't do it. Oh, I can't do it.
Jeez.
I recently
I'm getting performance
recently
anxiety.
told Flam and I told Enigma this. I discovered this recently. If you ask a foreigner to do an American accent, they can only do Southern or Texan.
Pretty
Nothing
much.
else. Like they can. Some of them can do like a Valley Girl accent, but the vast majority is like, how would Americans sound? Well, I think America should be more American.
Well, come on, Alex. You listen to me often enough. I'm sure you could try to copy my speech patterns.
I didn't know you were American the first time I heard you.
Me?
Way back
God
when.
damn.
Like a year ago.
I'm
God
like,
damn.
I'm like up in the mountains in the
Yes.
freaking
Oh, you have a weird
west.
accent.
Yeah, I'm like Midwest up in the mountains. So, yeah, I don't know where you thought I was from.
Well, it's a bit embarrassing.
I'm like really curious now. Where did you think he originally was from?
This is like the first time I ever heard him speak on a cast about a year ago. I don't know where I got it from, but I thought you were Dutch for some reason.
Yeesh.
Really?
That's-
I don't know where I got that from.
That's interesting.
Fuck
actually.
it. Yes, my name is Ravage Van der Fag.
Oh my god!
Are you sure you're not thinking about Dust or Six?
No, you honestly. I don't know why. I mean, this is honestly
Just
over a year
understand.
ago.
Okay, understand this. The average American has trouble discerning between an Australian, a New Zealand, and sometimes even a British accent.
Yeah.
That
It's
anyone
I mean,
who is not from here can identify an American accent.
I don't know where I got it from.
I can understand the difficulty between Australia and New Zealand, but Australian and British, really.
Well, I mean, how do you
Those
think
are pretty
Australia and
distinct.
Lilar became a thing?
Poor attempt
Australian
at.
accent, and you can scream
Ah,
it.
fuck me, mate.
Oh my god, all of you.
fuck me, mate!
Oh my god.
I'm gonna go to the fucking desert after the fucking markers and fuck some emus, you fucking cunt. There's lunches.
Today, we're
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
go touch a crocodile. Now, be careful. You gotta poke it with a stick.
You gotta push it! You gotta push it to the limit! Danger, danger, danger!
So as we slowly lose our viewership forever now, hi chat.
Hello.
The chat should just give us accent requests. Like,
I
let's offend
actually-
everyone. Let's offend everyone in the world.
Just have Enigma talk for 20 minutes. I'm sure he'll just start saying things he shouldn't say.
I've been doing that all
It's true.
day and yesterday too.
Enigma walks into the store with us and looks at one of the people helping him, and he's just like, "You look familiar," just randomly. You look familiar, and you could tell the guy didn't know what the fuck to say to that. God damn it, Enigma.
I am quite content with the idea of the chat asking our guest questions. Do you guys have any questions for Alex _, who is
Oh,
our
no.
intern and our slave lackey? Them in the chat. Because there is no way I'm doing an Irish accent with a potato up my ass. So nice try, guys.
Holy shit!
With
I
that
have a
being said,
potato.
Glam, would you do a German accent for us?
Yeah, I can. A little bit.
Not really.
Bisschen? Yeah, I'm bisschen.
Yeah, I'm bisschen, yeah. And although it is not natural, so it really only comes out naturally when I'm speaking the language, oddly enough.
I
So
understand that.
an actual German would be like, dude, you sound fucking retarded. So
We now have questions for Alex. Alex, what
Yes.
god did you anger to get this position?
Milk, I think.
I'm a god?
The god of milk.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
That's news to me.
I can tell you right now that
We're doomed.
yeah, no, we're all fucked if I end up being a god at some point in time.
If you were a god, you always say yes.
Yes.
No. No.
Yes.
We're not doing that.
Yes.
Fuck
The
you.
answer's called yes.
No.
Yes.
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 Yeah, you can be our little
Wait,
bobble.
I dropped my
Doesn't matter
contact.
what we have. You
Found
get
it.
all my bitches come out.
No.
Another. Oh, my bitches come out. Sorry, I love that. Next question. Alex, would you a burb?
Would you what?
A
Oh,
burb.
Oh.
well, they have the. When you say "would I do a burb," do you mean?
Are we talking like MLP burbs that are griffins, or are we talking like IRL burbs?
We're talking pigeon. Would you put your dick in a pigeon?
Well,
Would
they
you
have-
put your fucking dick in the owl?
I suppose I would. Yeah, they're sort of, the right size to hold in one hand.
Wow. and just like that, you learn Alex truly is 100% British. With that dry humor right there.
I see, Alex. For Thanksgiving, you provide your own turkey stuffing.
Well, I mean, fine. Fucking call it a swab, and then it's all fancy.
Asks, what's your major?
English literature. That's-
Oh, fancy.
Ew. I'm very proud of you. That's a hard major.
Are you sure? Are you absolutely sure it wasn't avian anatomy?
that's just a hobby.
Got it.
Then question: how much do you hate Chaucer?
I've read a bit of Chaucer. Yeah, it's I don't know. I quite liked it in a way. It's
Have to fight. Oh, okay, that's fine.
I have an ignorant question.
Yes.
yeah.
For Alex, like, what's it like going from like deep classical like literary arts to reading pony fan fiction? Like,
well, I suppose it's It's
Fully as he
relaxing.
thinks about it.
No, it's my way of relaxing. I suppose they have a lot in common. Your stories and Chaucer.
wait, what?
Wow.
I'm sure if you, I'm
Did you
sure.
just compare me to Chaucer?
Well, I mean,
Chaucer.
they're-
I thought you said Chaucer.
That's it. Fucking game over, man. Game over. I'm fucking done.
I mean, Priest. Tendy Quest is just a literary
Yeah.
masterpiece. Like,
Fucking Tendy Quest.
I just finished that last night.
You're all
I mean, what
You're
does
all
it mean?
obviously You're
mean,
all
what were you
missing.
really trying? What were you trying to convey as Liler seeks her tendies? Is it a lost childhood love? Is
No,
it her...
I was calling. I was calling upon popular elements of Homer from the Odyssey. Come on, this is obvious shit.
Beautiful.
No,
The Annals
Beautiful.
tale. Yeah.
All right.
We're all missing
hey,
the
Alex.
fact that like Town Bike was the best fic that Priest ever wrote.
oh god.
Alex, have you messed with the shipping chart lately?
I haven't. Oh no. I don't know what to add
Do
to it.
we have new ships anyway?
I still...
You got a ship?
I do not understand half those ships, honestly.
They're all
Your
just
ship-
popular people on the things.
You're a ship with Ravage, Flap.
Which I
is
don't
weird
fucking
because-
understand. I don't understand that one.
Dutch, isn't it? You tried to ship Dutch and German. Is that why you did it?
Yes,
You
that was it.
motherfucker. You motherfucker. You motherfucker. The fucking...
I'm not
the fucking
actually- I'm not
I mean,
Dutch.
I'm about to-
Russian.
Like, fucking the Dutch language is like German, but an autistic kindergartner wrote it.
Oh my god.
That's the Dutch language. And I'm sorry if there are any Dutch people in the cast right now. I'm sorry, but it's fucking true. Deal with it, okay? Steppen Sie nicht auf die Treppen. Fuck you and your little bullshit. Fuck you and your fucking phonetic bullshit. It's all you are autistic Germans. That's it.
Alex, would you a sing
Jesus
song?
Christ.
Sing song, would you?
I would not, no, because they're a bit, you know.
Toothy.
Finish that sentence. They're a bit what?
Well, she's a bit horrifying. And that's not what I look for in a partner.
It's the inside that counts.
Well,
The big,
You'll get on the
big red
inside.
squishy insides.
Least breaks from his their usual, calmness to say, Alex, why so disappointing?
oh, I'm sorry.
Get fucked.
I didn't mean to be disappointing.
I have like a legit question for you now, though. Actually, like I was thinking about this. What's it like going from viewership to being a part of like the bouncer team, then suddenly being on the cast? Like what's your thoughts? I'm genuinely curious about like the transition from
We have
viewer
a
to now.
We have a bouncer team.
Yeah, we.
You're in the Barcast server, right?
Yes.
So then you see that we have a group of people labeled bouncers, right?
Oh shit, we do.
Yes.
You're right.
That's what we call mods.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I
No,
mean,
but like
great.
you know.
Thank you for making me a bouncer. But no, this is scary. I'm shaking a bit right now.
Oh my god.
Right into the next question then. Alex, do you eat biscuits and drink tea all the time?
I drink coffee, but I do like biscuits,
I
depending
have
on what sort.
I have another terrible question.
Do you
Okay.
prefer flaky biscuits or do you prefer like croissants? Just an American jokes.
Yeah.
Biscuits for him might mean more like cookies, honestly.
Yeah, I know. That's the joke.
But like, what the fuck's a Weetabix? I've seen people talk about it, but nobody seems to
Cereal.
know how to eat it. Yeah, Weetabix.
I've been informed all about that by 8, actually.
Explain. Like, how does that work? What does a Weetabix do?
Well, it's like. It's
Oh, go, no,
sort
no,
of
no.
a
Alex, go.
bar of compressed cereal grains of
Yes.
some description, and then you cover it in milk, and it disintegrates, and you eat it.
One of
Somehow.
those giant, like, shredded wheat blocks. You know those that we have
Yeah.
those? It's the same thing.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it's like the shredded wheat cereal.
So
Yeah,
it's
except
basically
the
made.
giant ones, not the minis.
It's basically
Yeah.
made of just sadness and disappointment, then, right?
No, because we have shredded wheat, and it's not like that. Unless shredded
Okay.
wheat is something different.
No,
Shredded wheat.
not mini shredded wheats. Wheat Bix is a lot like shredded wheat, except it's more like oaty, and it looks more like a granola bar.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty
Anyway,
much.
it's the same thing that they do.
So again, it's just made of disappointment and sadness.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Need more chocolate.
Well, I actually have it in my local city market, and I was really, really tempted to try it. I don't know if I should.
You should report back.
Report
next
back.
week.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's your
You would
homework.
report back.
All right. Yeah, I'll writing a note in my phone and pick it up tomorrow. Where the hell did I drop it?
Ashen Plague asks, "Hey Alex, would you a milk?"
Oh, he has to think about this one.
That almost hurts. That almost hurts.
Only with his tea.
But it specifically says, "Would you a milk burb?" So it's not just me; it's the OC.
Well, okay. Does milk burb fit into the palm of a hand? Because apparently this is important to Alex.
Yeah, very small. Then
I don't think there was like every time I ever have anybody do a picture for it, it's normally a gift, and they ask me what I should like. They ask me how I want it, and I just tell them, "Fuck my shit up, fam," and they end up doing a different thing each time. You know, so I don't think there's ever like a general size.
well, I would do a milk burb if you were willing.
I'm pretty sure Milk Bird would turn you around and just make you his.
Oh, you like that, don't you? Dirty boy. Repeat after me. Dirty boy.
I'm
Lord.
so lost right now.
It's a joke. Just go with it.
I'm all out of love. So lost without you.
Before we move on to another question, which is very important, potato.
Oh. Yes, because they have many uses. In, you know.
Can you describe like the top, the top usage that you prefer for a potato?
What are the uses, Alex? What are the uses for potato?
Eradicating the Irish.
Oh, yes. You can probably stuff a pillow with them. You can eat them. You can eat them. Sorry, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
The monument to potatoes that we have here in the U.S. I'm not even lying.
I love how eating a potato is second to stuffing pillows with potatoes. That is somehow quintessentially British. Somehow.
You guys, no. If you guys think I'm kidding, in Boston we have a monument to potatoes, and it is the best monument that has ever existed. And here it is.
Is there really? There really is. Wow.
Look at
Okay.
She showed that to us yesterday.
Oh
That's the
my
thing.
god.
It is the best thing.
Huh.
And it just says potato a lot.
Potato. Over and over
Potato.
again.
Wow.
I think that pretty well describes the Barcast sometimes.
Yeah, it's a monument to us. That's what it is.
Literally just a bunch of potatoes.
Yeah, just replace it with shit and you got it.
Things. I also want to mention something that's going to be happening in a couple of weeks. Priest and I don't know if any of you guys will be doing this, but Priest and I will be speaking at Canterlot KC.
Wow!
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
Yay!
Canterlot
Friday,
KC. You should.
6 p.m. It will be
That's
fan
like
fiction do's and don'ts.
Oh.
6 p.m. Really? That late?
Can I submit questions to that place for you guys? Or is it just I have to be there to give the question?
Yeah.
We're not really
That's
to do.
lame.
We're not going to ask them what they think. We're going to be dictators about this, not like friendly.
Oh, but
So
like,
basically,
what if I have a
you're just
question?
gonna take everything you know about Enigma and talk about that.
Yeah, you guys are gonna like, all right, here's your first don't. Dragon tits.
Yeah. 'Cause I have to be vaguely politically correct and not swear too much. So if you want to see me bite my tongue a lot and make high-pitched squealing noises as I try not to say fuck, come on out. Come see us. It's very inexpensive
Nice.
to go. It's only like $30 for the entire weekend. Seriously, Canterlot KC, inexpensive, small con, won't be overwhelming. You should definitely go.
It's inexpensive if you live in the same city.
Fan fiction do number one. If you're gonna write a Tempest Twilight fic, you gotta make sure they just 69 so fucking hard.
Yeah. Yeah, but we'll talk about that possibly a later time.
While Twilight just goes blah, all over her broken heart.
There's something wrong with this, I swear.
Oh.
So we
No,
have
you
another-
still didn't change the title.
What?
It still says Seventh Heaven.
No, I
Change the title.
changed it. I hit edit. And, oh, what the
Refresh.
fuck? That's
Refresh.
weird.
I don't-
Yeah,
Question
no,
for
it's,
Alex.
it comes up as Sethisto. I hit done.
Alex,
Fresh
so
good
if
query.
Jimmy cracks corn and nobody cares, why does he keep doing it?
What?
He has a weird fetish.
Oh,
call it corn, and no one cares. Have you never heard that song? It is very American.
No, should I have done?
I'm gonna fucking get it. I'm gonna get a YouTube video
Jimmy
of it.
crack corn and I don't care. Jimmy crack corn and I don't care. My master's on his way. It literally is a slave song, and no one realizes that, and I love it.
Oh.
How do you
Like,
crack
either
corn
that
though? Explain.
Yeah, unless they're talking about corn that's actually crack. So that works too.
Wait, there is corn that is crack?
Yes.
Maybe.
I'm Nebraskan and I don't know this.
It's crack corn clearly, so Jimmy crack corn.
Isn't the railroad song also a song about
Okay.
Jimmy crack corn and
What railroad song? What the fuck are you talking about?
I've been working on the railroad.
On the railroad.
Uh,
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Or
I
was
mean,
that just about like?
It was before unions, so maybe.
So, am I misunderstanding? You guys don't know what cracked corn is?
I don't know what it is. Tell me.
Most of it's an animal feed. They dry the corn out, it turns into little pebbles or whatever, and then they smash it so that the chickens and whatnot can eat it. At least that's my understanding of it.
You mean like those corn snacks that they sell for like 50 cents, 2 for $1? I forgot what they're called.
No.
Something
No. No, when you go to the feed store and you buy a bag of feed for chickens, 9 times out of 10 it's going to have corn in it. It has been dried and broken. That is cracked corn.
But how much of it is Jimmy?
Depends on how much you bled on it.
Gentlemen, it seems, according to Alex,
Or came on it.
and it
Seth is
seems
here.
that. Oh my God, priest! I will cut you. I will gut you like a fish and serve you over rice. Okay? For fuck's sake! Apparently, Alex, am I right in saying that Seth is apparently here?
He's in general. He still hasn't realised the channel, the Steve channel.
Yeah,
Well, let's
I
get-
just I went ahead and pinged him.
Alright,
Fuck me.
somebody escort Alex off the premises.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me.
Hi, Alex. Go get us some coffee, okay, baby cakes?
Okay, goodbye.
Extra cream in mine, damn it.
Yes, sir. Oh, he hasn't joined yet.
That's no. I still want that coffee.
Well, hey, the admins can drag him over into this channel.
He just has to get in a channel is the problem.
God damn it.
We
Okay.
can't,
Awesome.
There he is.
Thank you for having me. Goodbye.
Bye, Alex.
All right.
we can't black bag our guests like we used to.
Yeah, we can.
Hey, Seth, how's it going?
I'm good. What's up?
I'm doing fine.
Sorry I'm
Let's-
late. How'd you do that?
No worries about it. Do we still want to go 2 hours, even though we're starting a half hour late?
Well, the leak happened today, so now I'm like buried with that. It was a really bad day for a meetup. But
Oh.
yeah, if you just want to go the normal length, I'd be cool with it because I got to deal with that now.
Okay, then we'll only go for an hour and a half.
Sure, that works.
Let me give a quick rundown, and so we're gonna ask you some questions that our viewers have asked us. Just from the chat right now. Sorry guys, we don't have a lot of time. But we'll ask you these questions. If you're ever uncomfortable answering a question, you can just tell us nope, and we'll move along past it. It's very tongue-in-cheek. Relax, pull up a beer, and we only have one other thing we need to cover, and that's that people at home are going to be drinking along with us, and they're going to drink whenever you say a certain word, and you get to choose that word. So what word would you like the drinking word to be today?
I don't want to kill people or I'd pick pony, but
It has been a time.
We've
Because-
done pony.
have you done pony? Let's do pony.
Hey, all
Let's
right,
do
we're
pony.
doing this.
You're
trying
gonna
not to-
die.
All right, sounds good. I'll do a quick
Take over.
countdown so that way I can break it off for iTunes, and then we'll go straight in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the Barcast, where the bar gets set lower every week. This week, your bartenders for this evening will be a non-pencil,
Beer in my life.
enigmatic otaku,
Ew.
Flamenorfer,
Yes.
Milk, and Ravage.
I pooped on the couch.
I wasn't ready. Okay. This week, you guys asked for a very special guest, and we have done our best to provide. We have Sethisto, the king of Equestria Daily. Seth, thanks for joining us.
Hello.
I thought you were gonna say he was the king of the rumba beat.
No, he's more the king of Trixie than anything else.
Fucking Christ.
Quincy.
For those who haven't tuned in before, welcome. We are a user-submitted podcast where you ask us what the guest you want, and then you also ask the questions, and we make our guest miserable for 2 hours. Kind of.
Yay!
Not really. If you are watching live on Twitch right now, of course, the wonderful Non-Pencil is going to be watching the chat and relaying any questions that are deemed fit for asking our guest.
I just said I wasn't going to do that this time because we don't have time.
Okay. Well,
You
then
really
Literally
fast
just said
questions.
that.
what's up?
You could do really fast questions.
Yeah, of course.
Fast questions are never fast.
No, okay. Let's get that then.
Then let's see. Let's jump straight on in. We're going to do some basic interview questions before we go into the user submitted ones. So number one, Seth, introduce yourself. Who are you and what have you done for the fandom?
I am Sethisto. I run Equestria Daily. It's a big old blog. Talks about a bunch of pony stuff. Posts a bunch of pony content. Posts pony news. And that's about it. Other than that, I post bats on Twitter and Trixie.
I like tricks.
How did you personally get into the MLP fandom?
Way back in the 4chan days, I was rolling around the comics and cartoon section, and they were the ones that kind of started it up in a way and in my opinion, I think they started the fandom, but some would argue that they didn't.
I didn't know you originated from Co.
Oh yeah, of course. No, I was big on
Aw.
4chan. I have a embarrassing past on 4chan actually, but no, I mean it started with that. I actually didn't like it at first, and there's no way I was gonna watch this crap at first. And someone on Steam kept bugging me to watch the second episode, so I watched that and I got into it.
Awesome. Do you still currently lurk 4chan, like /MLP?
Yeah, a lot less now. Honestly, I've turned into a Redditor, whatever they call themselves. I'm usually on Reddit now.
Reddit fiend, of course.
Yeah, whatever. I'm sure they got some terrible name on 4chan, but I
Correct,
still
they
go to
do.
MLP occasionally. Like, they always have the leaks and stuff, so gotta browse it.
Of course. So number 3 then. What would you consider your favorite part of the fandom? The online community, fanfics, cons, music, art?
Probably art, just because I love the art. That's what I collect, I guess, nowadays. Back in the day, I used to collect a lot more music, but a lot of my favorite musicians have moved on. So I guess more art, animation, and just news in general. I like the news. I love posting news.
Cool. Who were some of your favorite Brony musicians?
Probably Glaze, Hateseed, Silverhound. There's a ton back in the day. Alex S. I had a huge list.
Silva's a total bro. I can totally respect that choice. Let's see.
Silva's great.
Number 4. If there is one thing you could say to your followers or fans, or even your haters, what would it be?
God, I have no idea. Actually, I should probably have that one ready when everyone asks that. But I don't know, something about stop taking the show so seriously, maybe, because that seems to be the case these days. Everyone rips it to shreds for really minor details.
Right? Okay.
It kind of drives me nuts. It's a pony cartoon.
Totally fair. And then, last but not least, of the stock questions, we're going to get political. We're going to burn some bridges. We're going to get mean.
I know what the answer is. We all know what the answer is, though. We all know. We all
It's
know what the
true.
answer's going to be.
This is going to be the easiest question. Who is best pony?
Trixie and Starlight are kind of equal right now on the main
Nice.
cast type thing.
Ooh.
Starlight's really awesome this season. I'm not gonna lie. I loved her when she first started, but man, she really grew on me. And I think she's growing on a lot of people. Either that or everyone that hate her to quit.
You have chosen wisely.
Thank you.
All right. Now we'll jump into the user-submitted questions. We've got a whole bunch of people all over FimFiction and, of course, all over the fandom, Twitter, who have sent in questions for this cast. So we'll start at the very top. Starting with Professor Plum. Seth, why aren't you in bed yet?
I actually have a pretty normal sleep schedule this month. It changes based on what games are out and what I'm doing, but this month I've been pretty good. I'm getting to bed at around, say, 12, waking up at like 6 or 8. It's good.
Now, for those who may not understand the Seth go to bed meme, how did that originate?
I don't know, actually. I have no idea. Someone started it. People have started all sorts of weird shit.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Are
Now
swear
we're gonna-
words allowed on this podcast?
Oh, hell yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, right.
Wait, hold
all
on.
right.
Hold the
Cool.
phone. Hold the phone. Did Priest not tell you that we are a rated like NC-17 podcast? We get weird, we get gross, we get sexual. We just ask no religion, no politics, and don't say how old you are. Other than that, you can say anything you want.
Fantastic. All right, I'm good then.
Fantastic.
Onward.
Okay, now that everyone's relaxed.
The questions our guests get asked is how big is your penis? Like that is a really common question here.
Oh, okay. I can answer it. I've never actually measured it, to be honest. Like, I know you're supposed to measure it when it's flaccid and then, like, stretch it or something, but
Wait, what?
I don't really know. That's
Wait,
I read online
what?
a while back.
No, this is news to me.
No. I read it on a Reddit thread. You're supposed to measure it when it's flaccid, and then, like, you base your thing based on that or something? I don't know. That's how they do it in the doctor's offices, apparently.
I thought you measure it when it's hard.
What doctor's offices are? What doctor's offices are you going to?
Because your hardness level can change, apparently. So.
Yeah, but if it's flaccid, depending on the weather, it could be.
Well, you're supposed to
shorter
pull
than
on
usual.
it. I don't know. There's like a medical thing.
No. Absolutely not, because the flaccid length is not useful. The erect hard length is the useful length.
What I'm more concerned with is that you said that's how they do it in the doctor's office. And what doctor's offices are you going to?
I'm Doctor of Reddit here. The Doctor of Reddit. Whatever.
Why is the doctor?
Did he also happen to say that today was penis inspection day? This is medical fact. Now come here at 3:00 for cock fun.
This is one of those like 500,000 comment threads, so I don't know.
Why is the doctor yanking on your flaccid dick? That's what I want to know.
Probably to get you hard.
I have no clue. That's what I read.
Next question, but I'm glad we're at a point where we're this comfortable with each other. Good.
Flam, you're breathing into your mic and it's really bad. Just saying. Moving on. All right.
Into this discussion, like really into it.
Man, he's really.
Lacey Claire. Okay, moving on. Come on. Lacey Claire has questions now. So number one, do you prefer Trixie or Alicorn Trixie?
Oh, I don't know. Like, if she grows wings and turns into a princess and has all these princess duties and stuff, I don't think I'd like Trixie as much. But if she turns into like this huge dictator douchebag Alicorn that's just terrible, then I'd like her.
What would she be the princess of? Princess of Trixie?
I don't know. Yeah, Princess of Trixie. You know what? If she was the Princess of Trixie, she'd be exactly what I want, and then she'd be perfect.
Princess of Narcissism.
Yeah, she's great. That's what I like about Trixie. I don't like her as like she's girlfriend material, but she's a fun pony. I like her.
Friends with benefits, but not like long. This joke got away from me. Moving on. Number two. Will you go to Europe again next year?
I don't know. I might go. I'm not too sure where they're all planning it right now, and it's just up in the air. I hate planning things more than like a week in advance, to be honest, because everything always comes up. Like today, like all these leaks and stuff came up, and it was just the worst time. So I'm really bad at planning that far out. I have no idea.
All right. And number three, because we're a pony podcast, what are your thoughts on solar panel technology and subsequent investment? What the fuck?
You know what?
What is subsequent? Subsequent,
I could
sweetie.
rant forever. Just so whatever it is, but I could rant forever on solar panels because I live in Arizona, and they just took away our big old incentive for that probably like a year ago. And it really doesn't make any sense for us to live in Arizona and not have solar panels, but they're so overpriced right now because we don't have our incentive anymore.
Actually, solar panels in the deserts are actually function at their worst.
Really? I never thought that. That's cool.
Yes, they do. Photovoltaic cells are actually really terrible in extreme heats, which is why you see those graphs on like Facebook or whatever. It's like, why don't we just put 1 billion solar panels in like in like the Sahara Desert, and we power the world. We want to, but
Mm-hmm.
until
But
we
also
get better cell technology, it won't work. Actually,
Now,
It would
doesn't
actually also, yeah, no, it wouldn't work.
well, Spain has they have a different way of doing it. They have a bunch of mirrors set up, and they shoot them into a tower, and the tower heats up the good old steam and gets the power going that way. That's something we
That's
could
not a
do
bad
here.
idea. We could
It's really
totally do
smart.
that.
yeah, we actually have one of those by Vegas. Those are actually really cool.
Yeah, like something like that out here would make sense. But no, I didn't know that. I had no idea. I guess Arizona would
But
be
yeah.
absolutely the worst.
But yeah, in the colds, like in Alaska, they actually function at their best. But there's a problem in Alaska; it's always fucking cloudy, so there's no
Yeah.
sun.
Okay,
So it's
no, I can
terrible.
see that. So it's more of like a same reason your computer. You don't want your computer to get hot. Your solar cells.
Exactly. So
Okay.
exactly. So we just need to have better cells that can capture better light in better circumstances. But yeah, science.
That makes sense. Cool. All right, I learned something.
On to pony
Yay!
questions. Now we have questions from our Conics from Seattle's Angels. How do you live knowing your waifu is A, trash, and B, taken by Glimmer every night?
She is. I'm not gonna complain. She's great. That's what I like about her. She's a terrible pony sometimes. And you know what? She's getting worse. I think. I don't think she's even getting better. Like that last episode with Starlight, she was a douche. She was throwing Starlight under the bus constantly. She's just such an entertainingly bad character. But she's great.
I feel like you're rubbing yourself at the thought of her calling others a whore. It's like, oh yeah.
A horse. She's got to call him a horse.
Oh my god.
Extra W on there.
Second question from our Conics. Will you be at Galacon next year?
I probably won't go to Galacon next year, just because it's such an expensive trip, and I have no idea where Kitty's going to be in a year. So that's sort of like with all these leaks and the season ending early, and it's just a mess with all that stuff. So probably not. If I go to Europe, it's going to be with some fellow Brony friends to go travel around, hike some mountains, stuff like that.
And next question. How do you keep Ferret, referring to the masked ferret, from nibbling all the wires at Equestria Daily?
You know, we just let her nibble. It doesn't matter. We're hosted by Google. You can't break that.
Good point. Good answer. Now we have questions from Dr. Disco. How to pwn?
I know that guy. It's from New York. Maybe it's the same Dr. Disco. Hope it is. And I have no idea. Sorry, Disco.
Next question. What do you think of all the art and the content the Brony fandom has pushed?
Fagdom. Did you say
Fagdom?
Fagdom or
Fagdom.
Phantom? The Brony Phantom.
Fagdom. I like that.
I heard
Because one of those is one of those is very accurate. The other one not so much.
The fandom has pushed out over the years.
Hey, if you turn the right filters on Dirt Report, you're safe. You're fine.
That's very diplomatic of you.
That's what I do. It's good.
Number 3. What is your favorite out of all of the art and content that the Brony fandom has pushed out?
Oh, that's almost impossible, but all right, we're just going to go down the list of like specific genres. I guess you could say artist would be Yakavlov or Senchi or I don't know, there's so many. There's a billion of those. Animators. I don't know. That's a tough one. There's too many. I can't answer that really easily. Got to be more specific.
All right. Next question is just anecdotes with an exclamation point. So I'm gonna flub with it a little bit. What is your most memorable anecdote from a pony convention?
Hold up. I'm gonna have to Google it.
Anecdote means like a story that you had, an experience, so a short, witty tale you would tell others at a party or a bar.
A story from a convention. I don't know.
So yeah, guys. So yeah, it's like yeah. That's one time at BronyCon.
I have a story that involves
there
Seth,
was-
actually.
Oh yeah, go for it. Have fun.
The first time I met you, Seth, and I have suspect that you would not remember me because this was actually years ago. It was at the Slash
Go for it.
P
Well,
party,
we were-
and I was a lowly.
Lowly.
Now I'll
I was
never
a
know.
lowly. Loli Flufflepuff.
I remember a Flufflepuff. I remember Boxy. I remember very little else because we were all drinking that night. So
I didn't know the Seth go to bed meme, but somebody told me. They were like, "Oh, Seth should be in bed." And I was drunk, and I was like, "Oh shit." And they're like, "Yeah, you should really go tell him that he should go to bed." And I remember going up to you and genuinely seriously, because I thought something was wrong, like, "Hey man, should you be going to bed?" And I didn't know it was a meme, and everybody thought it was funny, and I didn't know it was wrong.
that's kind of incredible. Holy crap. I probably had no idea either. I thought you were just screwing with things most likely.
It wasn't, and I still feel bad about it to this day.
All right, we'll move on. Next question. Also, Starlight Glimmer, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
The new changelings, yes or no?
Medium. I don't know. They're kind of ugly.
So you're on the fence.
But the other ones are ugly too. I guess they're kind of obnoxious looking in a way, almost, but not like in a terrible way. I guess you get used to them.
Yeah, I get you. It's like they're peacocking.
Yeah, they're better than Breezies. I think that last episode of the Changelings made them a lot better because they're more down to earth, I guess. But that Dorax, man, he is just flaming. I swear. That's what he is. It's unabashedly.
Oh man.
My mother warned me about them homosexual horse bugs.
Nothing wrong with it, but yes.
All right. Flurry Heart, yes or no?
I'm neutral on Flurry. I don't know. I don't really like baby episodes, and I really don't like CMC episodes too much. So it's kind of just, she's there. Doesn't bother me.
You're indifferent about the baby.
Yeah, very indifferent.
All right.
She's good on the side. I don't think I want any like full episodes about her anymore, though.
What did you think of the movie?
Seth likes babies on the side.
What do you think of the movie?
Sorry.
Movie? I just watched the movie.
Can we avoid spoilers?
It's spoiler free if you can.
Spoiler free. I liked it. It was good. I think it had a couple shortcomings, but it satisfied what I wanted. It was a pony movie, and ponies did pony things, and it was fun. I can't complain. It was a little rushed, but that's about it.
Overall positive.
Overall positive, yeah. I'd say I enjoyed it.
Cool.
It was what I wanted it to be. That's basically it.
Except for maybe the first 2 minutes, but okay.
What was the first 2 minutes? The Hanazuki?
Yeah, the Hanazuki.
Oh, that thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, song.
I mean,
I gestured with loss at them. It was weird.
Yeah, we were like, what the hell is this?
I didn't ask for anime in my ponies.
I mean, they're trying to push it, I guess. It's just so basic. I guess pony's basic too, but it's got pony things. It's cool.
Well,
No, like,
you know,
I'm
my
really-
first. Sorry, my first thought for the first 2 minutes was, I guess. Shit, no, I can't say anything without spoiling it. God damn it.
No spoilers.
Never mind.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. See, this is why we're not talking about it a whole lot.
Fucking we spoiled that thing, though. Not the movie itself, but that thing.
No spoilers. No spoilers. Maybe some people like that shit, okay?
All right, we're going to move on.
We'll ditch the spoilers.
We're going to move on. Roses are red, violets are blue. Why do people think Equestria Daily should be revised? This doesn't rhyme.
I don't know. I guess if someone would come along and throw, say, 50,000 into it so we could have a community site with all the community bells and whistles and stuff, it'd probably be better. But in its current form, I don't think there's any way to pay for anything huge upgrade-wise other than Backnighty again. But that's a tough one. Revised is, you got to say what to revise. We're doing a AMA type gathering suggestion thing in a couple days, so they can go suggest stuff over there.
Cool. Is there an easy access link so that way we could refer people to it?
Yeah, I could slap it on down in the chat. Let me go find it.
Awesome. And then while you're doing that, chocolate chip or raisin?
Chocolate chip.
My man.
My man.
I'll put it in general. Wait,
Cool.
that's not it. Wrong link. There you go.
If it's not just porn, we're not going to complain.
It's on the sidebar. It's pretty easy to find.
All right. Now, questions from Desh Loon. If you could, would you?
Would I? What? A cat on a boat? I don't know. Sure, let's do it.
Okay.
Rock into the motion of
I
the
know
ocean.
there's
Okay.
there's like some Dr. Seuss response to that, but I have no idea what it is.
Ideas fall far. Has any of your ideas of yours ever risen, and if so, which?
Ideas of mine. I don't know. I'm not like the most idea person. Usually I just grab from other people and see what they come up with. So I guess EQD is a good idea.
I think EQD was a pretty damn good idea, if I say so myself.
That was a good idea. It worked. That's what I like.
All right. How are we doing on time? Because there's a few caster-based questions.
We can skip caster-based questions for now, unless if they're for like I can. Quick. Okay.
No, they're longer. They're paragraph ones. All right, moving on.
We're gonna skip those for now. Not to worry. We'll definitely answer questions for us next time.
Number 1 from Sunbro for Life. What is your favorite video game?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Dark Souls and Baldur's Gate 2 and kind of World of Warcraft, more Ultima Online. I think World of Warcraft's kind of pissing me off lately, so I don't really like it anymore.
Fair. Would you play on a legacy server?
Probably not. I'd probably play Ultima on a legacy server over WoW, just because I don't have that much nostalgia for it yet. Maybe in like 10 years I'd go back to a legacy WoW. But honestly, it's like, even early WoW, I feel like there's too much simplified about it. The leveling process is way, way, way too easy now. Everything's just mindless. Like, you play that game, you turn on Netflix, and you just play. And it's not engaging at all. Like, I play Dark Souls, and you're constantly on your toes. You're actually playing the game. That's what I like. And having just one portion of the content way at the top, and WoW, that sucks. I hate that.
All right, number 2, and this will get really interesting because of Dark Souls. What's your favorite boss fight?
Oh, I don't know if it's Dark Souls, actually. I think it's Kingdom Hearts. There's some pretty badass boss fights in Kingdom Hearts, like,
Really?
yeah, Sephiroth was, like, my childhood.
Yes.
When I mastered killing Sephiroth as a kid, I thought I was the best gamer on the planet.
You mean in the arena of Kingdom Hearts, or do you mean
In the arena,
actual
yeah.
Final Fantasy? Okay.
No, in Kingdom Hearts in the arena, that Coliseum.
That was a rough one. I remember like building up all the elixirs that I could in order to do that, and oh god.
That
Yeah.
motherfucker could have 2-hit you.
Yep. No, he was nasty. And I was like 13 or something, 14 maybe. And that was just like the battle of my life as a kid.
The Sin Harvest move.
Oh god, that was terrible. You always had to use Strike Raid. I remember Strike Raid. You'd throw your stupid Keyblade at him and stop it. But if it missed, you were done. It was bad.
Okay, number 3. Have you accepted Skeletor, the master of the universe, into your heart?
You know, one of my friends used to RP Skeletor when I was playing Dungeons and Dragons, and it was so obnoxious because he'd go on and on and on these monologues, and he wasn't very good at it. So it was just like repeating the same thing over and over. So no, I don't like Skeletor. I don't like Skeletor at all.
Oh my.
Told.
Told.
Number 4. You are in Equin Township place. What business do you start?
Equin Township place? So like some
Basically Ponyville.
Okay. Probably hoof cleaning. I actually just read something a little while back about all the diseases horses can get in their hooves.
So
It's
many.
pretty gross. Yeah, it's really gross because they're walking around. They're not really like taking off their horseshoes and stuff, leaving that everywhere. So I think a hoof cleaning business would do Ponyville good, especially with the dirt road.
How do they take off their horseshoes? Because aren't those things like nailed in or something?
Well,
But not all horses are actually shod. It is perfectly acceptable to not put shoes on a horse's hooves and just clip the hooves and trim them down. This does not work for all horses, and most horses do have shoes to keep their hooves in better condition, but horses are capable of living without shoes.
sure.
I didn't know. Perfect.
That's why it's important. That's why it's important to support your local horse rescues and horse charities.
So that's why we hear clop on some and ting on others on the show. I guess some don't do the shoes.
That makes
So it'd be
sense.
a horse clipper. Horse clipper. That
So
sounds
you're
fun.
saying
It's
for Big
farrier,
Mac.
and that's a wonderful word. So
So you're
Clop
saying.
or tame.
So you're
Farrier.
saying for what we should get for Big Mac, the horse we're sponsoring, we should get him a pair of Nikes.
Yeah, we could do that. I bet he could run. I bet Big Mac has like all sorts of weird physical abilities that we don't know about.
Nick was being dumb, and we actually, as a podcast, sponsor a horse together and help make sure that they get the care they need. So
The horse we've allowed
his
our
name is Big
viewers.
Mac. His
Yeah,
name is Big Mac. So
And you're buying him some Nikes?
I guess.
that's what Enigma
Apparently,
wants to do.
that's what Enigma wants to do.
Okay, go for it.
Let's see, number 5. I need to know for a friend, how does one properly protect themselves from elder influences after finding out the elder sign does not last as long as one would think?
The what? The Elder Sign? I think I've heard of that. Is that like a... That's not a Dungeons and Dragons thing. Lovecraft.
It's Lovecraft. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what they need to do is make more Lovecraft games. I know there's one that just released a while back. Yeah, I love Cthulhu and stuff, and it's just not represented enough in gaming. Like a
It's
giant, creepy monster. Like, they have monster things, and they're just rolling around doing stupid stuff, but not a Cthulhu. Creepy.
Might I suggest to you Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners? It is a lovely video game that is very glitchy, but entirely steeped in Cthulhian lore.
I think that's the reason I didn't play it, was because it was glitchy. But I heard about that like 10 years ago or something. I think it was 10 years ago.
It's been fixed up much better, but it still is a little glitchy.
I bet they got fan patches for it, though. Maybe I could do that.
I bet so. Last but not least, from Sunbro for Life, number 6, do you even praise bro?
Do I even praise bro? I mean, if we're talking about the sun, yes, of course I do. I was a sun bro for most of the game last time, actually. Because I like to hang out and help people. I'm a helper.
I keep envisioning Solaire praise Celestia's sun.
I did download the Celestia mod. There's a mod where you can change the sun to Celestia's sun. Get yourself a shield with it and stuff. It's great.
All right, now we have questions from Chat Penguin Lips, who is a story approver on FimFiction. His question says, why is FimFiction better than Equestria Daily?
Gee, that's pretty harsh. But yeah, you know, it is. For fanfics, definitely. Can't complain. When I first saw it, that's why I picked FimFiction over Ponyfiction.net, I think it was. Because FimFiction wasn't pink, and Nighty bribed me with a Trixie avatar that you could click on and shoot sparks. So yeah, I'd say it's pretty good for fanfics. I go there all the time.
Sweet. Now we have questions for RK Striker JK5, who says, what is your favorite non-MLP franchise?
Ooh, non-MLP franchise. That's tough, because I watch tons of stuff. Are we talking games, or are we talking movies? Should we just go movies, because we already talked about games?
Sure.
Or series, I guess.
Why not?
Whatever you'd like to go with.
Konosuba. I love Konosuba. I don't know if you guys have heard of that one. It's an anime. It's really
I have
funny.
not heard of Konosuba.
Oh, it's great. It's like the first anime I've actually really laughed at. So it's up there on my anime list. And then if we're going anime, I guess we'll go No Game No Life. I really like that one. I think that's just canceled though. If we keep going on anime, Death Note. Death Note was awesome.
Death Note was good, or at least like up until the best character died. But
yeah. No, I only really remember the first half of Death Note. Once they started having like a council or something, that's when I lost interest. But
That's
yeah,
the way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
or like it's such a shame that Sword Art Online only had half of one season, and like I'm surprised that you didn't list One Punch Man. That's usually pretty popular too.
Oh yeah, I love One Punch Man. The problem is I watched it so fast it only lasted me like a week, and then I kind of forgot about it because that was one of those you couldn't just stop. You had to just watch the whole thing because it just kept going. I read the manga for a bit, but it's really one you gotta watch.
All right. Next question: have you done anything fan related with any other non-MLP franchise?
Fan related with non-MLP? Not really, unless you count online stuff. I guess MMOs are fan related, so I waste a ton of time on those.
All right. And then the third question, I'm not quite sure what to make of this. Maybe you'll know something more about it. The question is, why the hate for fanfics on Equestria Daily?
I don't think we hate fanfics. Do we hate fanfics?
I don't know. Like, you guys do a lot to help feature fanfics. I wonder if they're talking more about like the commenters.
I don't. They don't usually get a lot of comments. I'm not too sure if the commenters are mean on those or not because I haven't actually read the comments on some of those posts. Because usually it's at 0 when I first post it, and then once it's off the first page, I very rarely like go back and edit things. So I'm not too sure on the commenters if they mean the pre-readers. I think people don't really understand how many fanfics the pre-readers have to go through every single day. So if they reject your fanfic, it's not because they hate you or because they hate your idea or whatnot. It's because they have like 20 others and yours probably didn't have the right grammar, or it was a topic we've covered 50 times. We've had the same story over and over, and it's just a lot of the times they just pick the ones that interest them most so they could review it the best. Otherwise, it just wouldn't be a very fair review, you know?
Because there's only so many Octavia vinyl sad stories you can do, right?
Yeah, Twilight screws up a spell, and Luna's sad, and all those tropes. Crossovers, there's a million Warhammer crossovers at one point, Fallout crossovers. We just can't do all of them, you know, it's hard. So we try and mix it up a little bit.
Totally fair. All right, now we have questions from some absolute loser who won't go away called Flutter Priest.
Okay.
So
get wrecked, Flutter Priest.
We have a few questions. First question is, Seth, in your opinion, what is the current state of the fandom? Stable in an upturn or a downturn?
I think it's just stable. I think there's a lot of kids getting into it, and they don't really care about what we do over on our weird side of the fandom. If you go to YouTube, like some of those videos are just exploding, but it's also super hard to grow on YouTube now because EQD is a lot smaller than it used to be, I think. So, like, EQD would get you probably 20,000 views back in the day, and then the thing about 20,000 is YouTube's algorithm works, like, if the more stuff something triggers, I guess, it's like everyone's like, oh, look at this, then it sort of rotates around a lot more, and that's how they usually got their millions and millions of views and hundreds and thousands of subs. But it's tough to grow these days, and I think that's the biggest issue.
So would you say YouTube is kind of the new central hub for Pony, as opposed to like Equestria Daily or FimFiction or Fim.org or the forums?
I think it's just a different fandom, to be honest. It's just there's a lot of kids. It's just kids, and they like their really bad toy reviews and their ladies that paint their nails really badly on there. That they always get a billion views. With kids in the comments are like, "Hey, I know you. You're my best friend." They all think they're their friends and stuff. It's a different fandom. We tried to kind of appeal to them, but I mean, they just sit on YouTube. They sit on their apps on their phones and stuff. It's hard to get them to the brony side, you know?
Right.
So.
Do you think that this state of the fandom is a problem, and should we as a community be taking steps to stop or reverse the symptoms of that state?
I think we should probably do a little bit more reacting to people, as in, like, if someone posts something, give them a comment, say like, hey, you did a good job. If you liked something, then like it. Because I've seen a lot less of that these days, which is probably the hardest part as a creator. You just don't get as much feedback as you used to get.
I can totally see that, and I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
we'll get away
them to make more. That's the thing. So
yeah, and that helps keep the fandom rolling and actually keep going.
Exactly.
Next question. We'll get away from fandom kind of like metaphysical questions. Does EQD make you a living, or do you have a day job?
No, it does. It's not nearly as good as it used to be, but yeah, it's a living.
Nice.
With the Patreon and that Google ads, so it's kind of like a mix. But it's very unstable because Google, you've probably heard of the YouTube drama and stuff. When that happened, it also hit us. And Google ads this year suck, like really badly because of that. So it's kind of a wash. You never know. That's why when I say like I can't plan a year ahead, it's because I can't. I have no idea what's going to happen. Just how it works. I mean, I'm always going to run EQD, but it takes so many hours of the day that you really can't run it unless it's your job. So that's kind of why it has to, in a way.
All right. What are some common problems that you see that are internal to the fandom, and how could they be fixed?
It's too much complaining about everything. I don't understand why people are so critical of the show these days. Like back in the day, if Fluttershy was cute, we loved the episode. That was it. It's like, oh, Fluttershy's being adorable. This is the best episode. Nowadays, it's like the sun wasn't positioned correctly and Celestia's mane was wrong. We need to fix this. And it just drives me nuts.
Totally fair. I definitely think we've gotten way more critical as a fan, especially after like what people called Twilight Gate, and like when she became an alicorn. Like we just got way more critical of the show.
Yeah, I think it's partly Hasbro's fault. They did a lot of things that just annoyed people. They really rushed the Twilight thing, and I really do think she changed a lot when she became a princess. That's what I was saying about that Trixie thing earlier.
Yeah,
I don't think she's as nerdy and adorkable. That's what we used to call her, adorkable, anymore. She's not as relatable to a lot of people because she's got these princess duties. But I think they did a really good job with Starlight bringing her in, and she kind of brought that back in a way. Starlight's that cute, crazy magician that just wants to cast crazy spells and doesn't really care about anyone else. It's great.
Awesome. Last but not least, could you share with us a hot opinion that you have that is in no way affiliated with Equestria Daily, even if it's as simple that a hot dog is clearly a sandwich?
It's not. You are a liar. Go to fucking hell.
I'm not gonna agree with that one right there. I mean, I guess if you compared it to, say, a Subway sandwich, I guess it's kind of the same shape, but I don't think I'd agree with that. As for me, an opinion I have, and we're not allowed to go political, right?
No politics.
Well, I think hurricanes are really interesting. So I follow hurricanes now, apparently.
Oh, sweet.
Follow hurricanes on Twitter.
Yeah, hurricanes on Reddit, actually. There's a tropical storm section of Reddit that I am on way too much now, especially with this season and its craziness. But I think what I'd really, really complain about is the state of gaming and DLC and making it so easy and microtransactions and...
But Seth, you can buy the way your gun looks.
I see, that still actually bugs me, because back when I was a kid, we used to earn our gun looks. We didn't just swipe a credit card and have a pink gun. We had to, like, beat the game on super difficult mode with time trials on and stuff, and then we get our pink gun. Nowadays, it's like, it's not fun anymore. There's no challenge.
You pay to win.
Yeah, you pay to win. And there's some games that do that way worse, and it does worry me that we have an entire generation of kids growing up on these cell phone games, and that's all you do on cell phone games is pay to win.
I totally agree with you. Just, oh man,
I could go on that.
It's fun. It's fun to play devil's advocate sometimes.
Yeah.
So now we have questions from nobody special. What is with all these questions?
I don't know. It's a podcast. You're supposed to do that. Jeez.
Right?
This is what I'm talking about. People too critical. Too critical.
Number 2. What kind of drugs did it take for you to come here?
I don't do any drugs, actually. I guess I have a prescription for Adderall, but I very rarely take it because I don't want to get dependent on it. So...
Totally fair.
Does it count that we tranked them for this?
I very
Alcohol
rarely
is a
drink alcohol,
drug.
actually. Just at MLP conventions. I don't drink a lot. Because
Well,
we've had some family alcoholics, so I just avoid it. I don't want to get addicted.
Oh, I fear you.
Okay, next convention. I'm going to Nightmare Night Dallas. If you guys are going to be there, that's
No.
be one.
We're gonna be in Candlelight KC.
and then
Oh,
at
yeah?
BabsCon.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm doing BabsCon next year. We're still deciding. We'll see what happens.
Well, if you
And
do, be
then-
sure to hit us up and we'll meet up.
Likely be doing the new Vegas con because it doesn't seem to be run by shitlords.
Yeah, I think that one actually they paid for everything already, so it's safe, and they're not inviting every single show guest on the planet, and all those people cost like 10,000 each, so that's good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Plus, it's in a hotel called the D, so all of the jokes we can make constantly.
So
Yeah,
dildos for
destroy
days
that.
exist.
Oh no,
You're gonna destroy the D?
we're gonna have a lot of D apparently.
We're gonna
in
party on the
comments, I'm
D.
sure.
I will be sure to bring my vitamin D.
Oh God.
What do you mean it's coming? That's all the vitamin D we need.
Okay, moving on to the final question from Nobody Special. Wanna bang?
What, wanna bang? Not really. No. I'm not into it.
Probably smart.
I'm not in the mood. I just want
Probably
to
don't want an STD either.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to deal with all that stuff. I'm good. No banging.
Now we have questions from Manaphy. Number 1. What is your favorite?
I think Manaphy.
Maybe. I honestly don't know.
Let me find out.
Yeah, it's it's a little legendary thing. It's water hydration, grass electric. What? It's not water. It looks like water.
Huh.
Continue.
Weird. What is your favorite ship that features Trixie?
Starlight Glimmer, Twilight Sparkle, Luna was good for a while.
Oh, I thought you were listing like a big foursome.
Oh, we can do that too. We can do that. And then
Like Trixie
throw
just gets a
Coco Pomo
harem.
in there. Yeah, I think Coco Pomo would work under Trixie pretty well. Maybe the new Tempest Shadow. I think Tempest Shadow and Trixie they'd find common ground.
I can see that.
Trixie's gonna be like, "Look at my horn, isn't it great?"
She probably would, and she'd probably get her ass kicked.
Probably.
You had drop kicked, son.
Most likely.
Number 2. Which episode of the show is your favorite?
Oh, that's tough. That's really tough. There's a couple favorites. Obviously the Trixie Starlight episodes are always really good. God, if I could pull up the list here, let me look at the list. If I type L, I should have it. Okay, let's see. Hey, every little thing she does. That was a good one. Let's go with the Trixie episodes. Every little thing she does in Lesson 0. That's a safe.
Yes. I think everyone loves Lesson 0. Like that was definitive Twilight.
That's what I show people to get into it.
I didn't catch that, Pencil.
Clock is ticking. I just yelled, "Clock is ticking." That's all I did. I just yelled, "Clock is ticking." Just yelling, "Clock is ticking." That's all I did.
Jokes.
It's a good one.
That's
But
all I
no,
did.
that's like the episode you show people if you want them to get into Pony. You just skip the intro. Never show them the intro. I found out if they hear the intro, they're gone. That's just how it works.
True.
Another good episode to start someone into ponies is the one where Pinky goes insane. Party at 1.
I think Bridal Gossip is the greatest starting one because Bridal Gossip is so full of just accidental racism that you can't stop laughing.
That's true. That's the Zakora episode. Yeah, I'd show people that one first. I think the fact that there's like a nuclear rainbow explosion kind of gets people in there, and Fluttershy beating up the bear, and then Twilight just losing her mind. Everything about Twilight losing her mind is the best thing in the show back in the day.
It's true.
I'm glad we have Starlight now to do that kind of.
Number 3. Do you get any benefits from Hasbro / DHX because you're the founder of Equestria Daily?
All we get is, well, I guess we do sometimes get some pony toys, but usually we just get C&Ds. Just not C&Ds specifically, but takedown requests that will probably evolve into C&Ds. That's usually how that works. So no, we don't really get too much. Sometimes they do send us toys though too.
Really?
Send us toys, I guess. Like I got a movie box from Lionsgate.
Oh.
That's cool. But like I guess that kind of blew my mind a little bit. Like I guess I never figured that Equestria Daily would get more flack from Hasbro than actual like, oh, here, like advertise this for us.
I think the internal thing is they really like us as like we advertise for them really well, but at the same time we leak things they don't really want to be posted yet, or we don't leak it. We never actually leak it. We're always the one that just post leaks that other people leak, and then they come to us. So I think that's the issue. They don't want us doing that, but we're a news site and we kind of have to, so we do it.
Yeah, then you waive your First Amendment right.
Basically.
I like to think that the CND requests are taped onto the toys they send you.
Stop it.
There's cutting some weird notes from that, no doubt.
Well, we're sure you can't share those, but we'll move on here. Number 4. What's the secret to improving your chances to getting something onto Equestria Daily?
Just be good, I guess. It just has to be good. I mean, that's all really. If it's good, then we'll post it.
What's good?
It just depends on the specific section. So you'd have to ask about like a certain section, and probably not fanfic because that's more the pre-readers, so they'd be the ones to answer that for me.
Mhm.
But like it depends on the section. Like the art section, there's so much that goes into it. I actually wrote a little post about it a while back on what we reject and what we accept in the art section. And it'd probably be easier just to look that up, or you could ask about it in a couple days when that goes up. But it's too broad of a thing. Everything's looked at on a case by case basis. There's no really like specific criteria, you know.
All right.
So I was so sure you're gonna say what's good depends on how much tricks.
Bat ponies, I'm pretty susceptible to bat ponies. You throw a couple bats in there.
Who is
and
best
they go
bat,
up.
and why is Tadeko?
Nah, Sweet Velvet, she's the best. You probably don't even know her from 4chan. She's not a 4chan bat.
I'm offended.
Nah, I tend to stick more to FR and AIE, but
No, I like my edgy bats that aren't gray. I'm kind of bored of gray, that's why. So they gotta be edgy. They gotta have the red eyes, the fangs, the edgy cutie marks usually. Like hers is a lacy heart or something. So I like
Edgy-
a little bit of edge.
edgier the better. Sethisto, 2017.
Not too edgy though. Like Tempest is too edgy. I don't like Tempest that much.
What? Tempest like made the movie though.
No, she was great as a character in the movie, but like not favorite pony status.
Oh, fair. Okay. Then we'll move on to questions from Tony Montana, who gives you a fuck, marry, kill choice between Equestria Daily, FimFiction, and fanfiction.net.
Oh, we definitely kill fanfiction.net. That place sucks. I'm not gonna lie, it's such a mess nowadays.
It really is.
Fucking Mary. I don't know. That's a tough one between FimFiction and EQD for fucking Mary. I guess either way it'd be the same. So I guess I'd have to marry EQD because I'm always involved with it anyway. And then FimFiction is just sort of that site I go to every once in a while for whatever fanfic I'm in the mood for.
Right. So FimFiction's the mistress at the end of the day.
That's the mistress. That's the fuck buddy. There you go.
There you go. Now we have a question from Dubs Rewatcher, who says, when are you going to pay me? I've been waiting on 14 months of paycheck at this point.
Tell Dubs that we will pay the pre-readers when EQD starts making tons of money. When we hit $1 million, then we'll start paying everyone. Everyone pays. Everyone gets paid. I'm going to win the lottery, and then we're just going to hand out $1 million checks to everyone. That's what we'll do.
Okay. Funny. Okay, so background knowledge. When that question went up, I went in to talk to Dubs privately. It's like, this is a joke, right? This isn't like something private behind the scenes we shouldn't know about.
Nah, pre-readers are all cool. They know it's volunteer. That's really all we can afford on EQD. EQD was never like a giant business because I don't treat it as one. Like, you're supposed to slap a bunch of ads on there. You're supposed to sell toys. You're supposed to do all this stuff. But I just had basic Google ads all the time. I don't know. It's like, I get annoyed when I go to a website and it's covered in just crap. And I hate pay-to-win garbage, so I wouldn't want to do that. The Patreon took me like a year to launch just because it was really hard getting over that. But I don't know. It's just tough because the site never really exploded in that way to make that kind of money.
Right, fair. All right. Well, Pencil, it is time.
Oh, I will do the jingle, but then I'm going to try to warn Seth in advance, okay? Because it looks like Vylon has... Oh,
she's
God.
outdone herself.
Uh-oh.
Has
Jingle
she
time,
really?
John.
It's time for questions with Vylon.
Who? Floodline?
Vylon is one of the question askers, and she is that after asking the questions to another guest, the guest started to scream, Vylon, who hurt you? You're about to be asked questions that are not only disgusting morally, physically, and psychologically, these questions have no good answers. If at any point you're like, nope, done, skip, let us know. Though I wish you luck because she's actually outdone herself. Some of these questions make me uncomfortable.
Okay, let's go.
Let's do this.
Number one, if you fuck a centaur, would that make you a horse fucker?
No. No, they're sapient.
That's actually a good fucking question.
Yeah, I don't think even ponies would count as bestiality or horse fucker. I think once you're sapient like that, and you can hold a conversation and have tea and stuff, and you don't just roll around in dirt, I think it evolves past that.
Yeah, you're going by the Jack Harkness rules.
Yeah, Jack, that's what I like. That screenshot on 4chan that's always up whenever someone brings this up. That's a good one.
Number 2. Your mare friend Trixie admits to you that her great and powerful pussy's virginity is taken by a magical horsecock dildo and expects you to give her better sex than the toy. How do you feel?
I don't think I have a chance. How do you compete with that? That's just gonna. That's like I don't know. That's like a mystery that everyone's wondering these days, right? They're just advancing these toys so far. What do you do? How do you compete? You can't.
I mean,
Oh my
The thing
God.
is, dildos and vibrators, they involve work with your arms. If you don't have to make a girl work her arms in order to have sex with you, then it's more relaxing. So it's not anything else other than, you know what? Make her have arm cramps. Congratulations.
There's like automatic ones though. Like
Shit, ain't nobody can afford that shit. Trust me.
okay, yeah. I don't know the prices on this stuff, but I've seen that stuff for years. It's just
The average
like
vibrator goes from anywhere from like $20 to $100, and anything that actually has like stabbing action included or machines, it tends to be several $100s to $1,000.
Did you have to use the word stabbing?
yeah.
Actually,
Because that's what it looks like.
Thrusting.
yeah.
Thrusting would be better.
No, you have not seen these things in action in person. It is stabbing.
Yeah, it is. I helped
Give your
Just-
meat a good old stab.
Just like I was stabbing the dildo last night.
In your pussy, that's the difference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
Stab her right in the pussy. Fuck me.
Yeah, I
God damn
held one a few days ago, and it did have a stabbing action.
I told you. I took them into a sex shop to show them what I went. I was like, look at them, and pointed. They're like, fuck, oh my god. So
I mean, they exist. Surely Trixie has a bunch of money, so she probably bought the best.
Only the best for
magic,
Trixie.
So there you go.
That's so.
It has a replica of Trixie's head at the end.
Yes, and it screams her name while it's doing it. It's perfect.
Oh my God.
Powerful Trixie. God,
Yes.
Jesus.
I'm done now.
Well, I guess it's time to throw up now because here we go. Seth,
boy.
would you rather staple tapeworms on your penis or drink brain juice from a fetus?
Wow, that's a tough one. I don't know. I don't think I'd want to mutilate myself in any way, but it depends on if the brain juice is sterile or is it going to kill me. I guess I'd rather do that than hurt myself.
I mean, I guess it's all natural.
Whatever does the least bodily pain.
Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, the next question. What do you think of mothers who get off on breastfeeding their child?
What?
That's pretty weird. That's very weird. I don't really know, to be honest. That's probably something people look up all the time on YouPorn, though. So, whatever.
And now we know that your go-to porn site is YouPorn.
Oh, not anymore. Jeez, that place is a mess.
Not ever since that breastfeeding debacle.
Yeah, clearly.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
just like the default one you think of nowadays because it's so big. It's like you can't escape it. It's everywhere.
Just use your right filters on Derpy Burrow and you're fine.
Derpy Bar is fine and safe. Perfectly safe.
Next question. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Okay. Would you rather suck on your grandma's eyeballs or have a dozen naked toddlers humping every part of your body?
Definitely the grandma's eyeballs.
Good.
Like, that's not even a bell right there. Naked. Ugh. Gross.
You know, we never gave him the third option.
What's the third
Oh,
option?
killing yourself. Killing yourself is always an option when it comes to Vylon questions.
Nah, I'm gonna go grandma's eyeballs. That's fine. That's whatever. I'll get over
Sorry, Nana. Can't risk the toddlers.
it. Yeah.
I am not. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
You are a pedophile, and your dream has come true. A little boy comes willingly to you for you to take his virginity. However, he wants it in either of two special ways. You give your pee hole or your nostrils. Jesus Christ.
I would probably just call the cops on myself.
Probably smart.
There's a good answer to that one. You just call the cops on yourself. You stop yourself before you go any further. You get help, and you avoid the situation.
Smart. Good answer. That's the best answer to that sort of question I think we've ever gotten.
It's really true.
It took a child actually wanting to give in to the sick and demented ideas, and you're just like, you know what? This is probably a bad idea. I should probably stop.
Yeah. It's time to end it.
Your move, Mr. Pedo Man.
All right, next question.
You can do it,
Oh,
Priest.
Christ.
You can do it, Priest. You can. I have faith in you. Deep breath.
That or all
Let's
of
do
it.
Two women are fighting over a child. Would you rather give the child to the barren woman or to the woman who gave birth to a couple of stillborns?
Wait, the barren as in she can't have children?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so one of them has failed twice, and the other one just can't. I guess
Yes.
it's whoever has the best background, right? Like whoever has the most stable job and family life, I'd probably give it to that one.
Wow, that's like the most responsible answer to that fucking question. Oh my god.
I was gonna say you could be like Stalin, just cleave him in half.
I go straightforward. I don't know.
No, like
Think of funny things.
this is really cool. It's really awesome that you're probably like one of the most level-headed guests, like rational, thinking it through. But like all the other pre-readers that we had in order to hype up Equestria Daily Month is like, oh, Seth's gonna be so wacky and crazy. And you're just like, chill. This is great.
That's what they see in chat. I do weird stuff in chat.
I forgot. We also established that you smuggle drugs through plushie.
I mean,
What?
That wouldn't be a bad job, I guess. You'd probably make some money off of it.
Honey,
I feel kind of bad for the people you get addicted to the stuff, though. That's why.
If you want your cocaine, you must place your fist in behind of the Lyra plushie.
Oh, we're talking about the Lyra plushie. Okay, yeah. No, that work. It worked. Nobody wants to go back there.
I'd like to order 3 tree huggers, please.
Priest, honey, the next question. Can you do it? Do you have it in you?
Yes, I do. Here we go. All right.
But wait, there's more.
You are a rapist, and you have the brilliant idea of supergluing razor blades to your dick for inflicting maximum suffering to your victim. The additional benefits look great. Blood is a great lube for unwilling sex objects, and anguish screams make you feel like you have a dick that is extra thick. Internal bleeding saves you the effort of killing your victim, and it gives an extra meaning on ravaging her. You forcefully thrust into your current victim, and she violently seizes, her muscles contracting hard on your bladed pee-pee stick. And the lack of screams is disappointing. But the choking sounds on her face and the look on her face is amazing. So amazing, in fact, that you quickly pull out for another thrust in excitement. Unfortunately for you, the razor blades are too embedded in her clamped walls and is ripped off with your sudden withdrawal along with your skin, and you now have a skinless sausage. Will you take advantage of your extra sensitive meat shaft and pound away for the best night and last night of your life, or leave to stop the bleeding and weep for your new wiener without a jacket? Holy shit.
That was a mouthful. I
That
don't think.
reminded me of the movie Seven. Jesus.
It reminded me of Teeth.
This is some Hellraiser shit.
It reminded me of a lot more than that. That's probably like some Saw stuff right there. That's crazy. But is blood actually a good lubricant? I don't think it would be.
It is not a good lubricant.
Yeah, so the whole question's useless then, because I've read the Bat Pony fix. It's not.
What?
The Bat Ponies. They
Blood is
got
not
that stuff going on sometimes.
There's
Whoa.
There's a Bat Pony story where they use blood as lubricant.
Well, no, that's because it's not a good lubricant. They never would. So like you'd think you'd read a Bat Pony fic where they'd use it. That's just my train of thought, I guess.
That's gonna be a shit post pony fiction.
Blood makes the best lube. The
No,
title.
like some clueless human in Equestria is like, oh, well, you're a bat pony, right? Why don't I just cover my dick with blood? And they're like, what? Ew. Gross. Why would you do that?
Someone green text it. That's a perfect green text.
Yep. Yep. It sounds like something I would write.
Final question from Violon. We're almost there. Will you let me christen
Can do
your
it.
newborn baby with a jar of my clotted period blood, or will you let it hump me instead?
Again, is it like diseased period blood? Does this person have HIV?
Probably not.
It's clean.
Then go for it. I don't want my baby humping people.
Is a newborn even capable of humping?
They have
Maybe.
muscles and they have a penis, so probably.
Guess they can. I think there was like some weird talk show a long time ago where they said they can do stuff like that. So, sure. But no, we're gonna go with the blood on the christening. I guess christening is that's what religion is that? Christianity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
just go
get
for
like
that.
some Lion King shit going. Hi, Jordan.
Yeah. No, I'm sure that's going on anyway somewhere. So it's whatever. As long as there's no HIV involved. But I guess if there's no like cut in the skin, it'd be okay. So whatever. Just go with that one.
You did it, Seth. You did it. You made it through Vylon's questions. I'm really proud of you.
It wasn't that bad. I've heard way worse in my email box. Oh god.
Oh God. What's a memorable question from your email box, may I ask?
Jesus. Like they're not memorable because they're just so ridiculous sometimes. It's just like I can't fathom this happening ever. So I don't know, I can't think of any. To be honest, off the top of my head, it's just too hard. But I've gotten some weird stuff in there. I've gotten like there's this person that was super obsessed with cutting ponies up and they'd always send me their art and I'm like, I don't like this, and they just send it anyway. So eventually I just spam filtered them and then they started using a different email address, so I spam filtered that one. And it's just I don't know, it's nonstop. So stuff like that. I don't like it.
Man, that would just tear me up.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, Priest!
Moving on to questions from Trickster Forrester.
Oh, I hear what you said. That was good.
Did you know that banging your head against a wall for an hour burns 150 calories? Also, what would happen if Pinocchio was to say, "My nose will now grow"?
Is this in relation to each other in some way? Like Pinocchio's banging his head against the wall and his nose grows and then he bangs his nose and he bleeds everywhere?
No.
Then
That was an amazing connection, though.
That's what
I like
assumed.
it, though.
We could go with that, but I don't know. There's probably better ways to burn calories. Like you could just run around the couch for a little bit. That's what I do sometimes, actually. Because I live in Arizona, so it's like 1,000,000 degrees out. So sometimes if I gotta do my every other day run, I just do it around the couch for like an hour. Probably looks pretty stupid, but it works.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Yep.
Now we have questions from Snuffy. Number 1. How big is your man crush on DWK?
DWK is probably the best new YouTuber we've gotten in forever. Like seriously, I think he's taken the analysis idea to a level that we've really desperately needed in this fandom, because it was getting to a point where it was just people standing in front of a camera with their OC on the side or something and just saying nothing. So yeah, DWK is the best.
DWK? Who's that? What did the initial stand for?
Actually, I don't know what his initials stand for, but he makes the. Let me grab him here. I'll get you some links. I got a whole tag for him on the site. It's great. Which I don't have in my Firefox bookmarks, but I'll find it later. It's the Totally Legit series anyway. There you go. But yeah, they're great videos. He's really funny. Same kind of humor as this podcast, actually. You'd probably really like it.
Well, awesome. We might have to send him a message and see if he wants to join us, actually.
Yeah, I'm sure he would. He's really cool. Onward?
All right, yeah, onward. Let's see. Number 2. Are the accidental porn pictures in DrawFriend really accidental?
Yes, they are. Because sometimes the compiler, we use this compiler so it grabs links from websites. Sometimes it grabs from Tumblr and there's like multiple images on there and it gets the wrong one. So that happens sometimes. Other times is I'm just going through things so fast and it's probably really good art and I just didn't focus on the crotch or something and surprise, there's a line. So it happens.
All right. Number 3. What's the story behind getting your OC into the show?
My OC.
What?
Guess it kind of was my OC. I mean, it was the same colors and it was a new one, and I haven't used that OC in forever, but I don't know. Nobody ever told me it was. Everyone just assumed it was because it was literally the same colors, same eye color, same main color, same coat color.
So it's probably more a matter of
Think it was a
chance.
salute to you?
What's that, Annie?
Salute to you, though?
What'd you say?
What was it? Was it a salute to you?
Oh, I mean, it could have been. I don't know. Nobody ever told me it was. So I'm just assuming it might have been. I'm not going to complain.
All right. Number 4. Why are bat ponies the best thing ever?
Because they're edgy and they're awesome, and I'm kind of burnt out on Pegasus Unicorn and Earth Pony. They're just great. I like them.
But
Dark Souls. I feel like they'd be a really good Dark Souls type of pony. So I love that.
No, you also have hippogriffs and sea pones.
Yeah, I don't really like the hippogriff model, to be honest. It wasn't hugely crazy. I think they have like monkey feet or something going on. Kind of would be.
I like the sea pony.
Yeah, the sea ponies look really good, but I mean they can't beat bats. That's the best.
All right. Now we're moving on to questions from Damien Darkside, who starts by asking, "What was your original vision for Equestria Daily?"
My original vision, it probably wasn't going to last a year. That's what I thought, because we were going into the hiatus with it. And I was like, well, it was fun for a little while. We had some fun with this, and then it just kept going. So I guess I never really had an original vision. I just thought it would be fun to run a blog about the ponies.
All right. Certainly where you are now isn't where you thought you'd be now. What things were dropped that you wish still were on the site?
That were still on this. What's tough? We don't really have anything that we dropped on the site that I can think of. If anything, we've added a lot more over time. So I don't think there's anything we've dropped.
What things do you wish you developed or worked on more?
That's a tough one. Probably a little bit more PR, I guess. Like when I first started the site, I was really careful about what I was saying and really helpful with everyone. And over time, it just got so big that it was like impossible to give everyone a good one-on-one. So I wish I could have done that more, but I just couldn't. It was too much.
You probably have a whole lot more insight into kind of like your competitors for Equestria Daily than probably any of us would. But other than, say, I'll immediately throw out the example of Course News so that way we don't have to talk about it. But what like competitors are there to Equestria Daily?
I don't think there are anymore, really. I think they all just kind of died. Horse News is more just fun. We hang out at their parties, we talk to them. I don't really call it a competitor. When it first started up, I thought it kind of might have been competitors. So I told Leon and stuff like, "Hey, should we be doing stuff like this?" Or no, it's more their thing. And then it just kind of we're just friends with them. It was like I don't think they could be competitors. Outside of that, though, there's no blogs anymore. I guess you could call Derpy Buru copying or screen capping our articles and putting them up competitors, but that's not Derpy Buru's fault. It's just their members. But that's
Right.
about it.
We're going to try and get through the rest of these questions here. So, do you remember what the first night or week of Equestria Daily was like?
I was working at Blockbuster, and
That's
all I remember.
That's something you don't do every day.
Yeah, I was working at Blockbuster at the time, trying to get through college. And the first night, nothing really. I think we had like 2 posts. It's like, hey guys, check this out. Then I posted on 4chan, hey guys, come check out this blog. And that was my first week.
All right. What was the lowest time, if any, where you considered just backing out and not doing Equestria Daily anymore? And if it was a thought, what made you come back?
I don't think there ever was, to be honest. I just don't have that kind of mindset, I guess. I've always been kind of assuming I'm kind of riding a wave, so great if it keeps going, and I don't want it to die ever, but it will eventually. So I don't think there's ever been really like a really dark time. It's always been sort of just either neutral or fun.
That's interesting because it kind of ties in with the next question of what keeps you motivated.
Probably just running the site. I really enjoy doing it. I really like the pony stuff, just everything about it. I can't really think of a fandom I'd want to run other than this. Maybe something a little bit more impressive so I could talk about it in real life and be like, hey, I run this awesome, badass tech blog or something. But I mean, it's what it is, and it's fun to do. Can't really complain.
And then, of course, final question from Damien. Why aren't we all in bed? Especially you, Seth. Go to bed.
I think we already did the bed stuff.
We did.
It's gonna come back. There's nothing we can do about it.
It's a meme. Like, it's gonna happen. So I'll move on. I'll move on to the next question.
I'm good.
Next question is from Short Skirts and Explosions, who asks, "What doth life?"
What doth life? I don't know. Can you ever really doff life? It's just so random. Who knows what's gonna happen?
All right, and now we have questions from Alex _, our resident memer, resident intern, who of course started by making you a little emoji of your current Discord picture. So here is that. I put it in the behind the counter area, so you'll be able to find it there. But question number 1: what is your funniest anecdote not from a pony convention?
Does your Fluttershy have a ball gag?
No, my Fluttershy number 1 has a priest collar because Flutter Priest. I mean, it just kind of happened.
I thought she was like a pet with a ball gag. Okay, we're good. What was the
there?
question?
Because that's more accurate as to who he is. That is more accurate as to who he is. Good job.
Well, what was the question? I was distracted by your Fluttershy.
What's your funniest anecdote not from a pony convention?
I have to Google that again. That's just a story, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
What's my story not from a pony convention?
Yeah.
I don't know. Funny stories. I guess nothing from not a pony convention. There's nothing like super crazy that goes on. Maybe just interesting submitters, but I don't really want to throw them out under the bus just because I feel bad.
Hail once because you were curious what it felt like.
Yeah, we don't really get that stuff in Arizona. Well, we do get hail sometimes, and I actually made a video of a hailstorm. But when we have like snow at a convention or something, that's all I want to do is go out and look at the snow. We just don't have that in Arizona. We don't get weather. Weather doesn't exist.
We don't get weather.
We understand.
Basically it.
How did the hail feel?
Hail feels good. I think it's more of a massage. I guess if it was like golf ball size, it wouldn't be any good, but just small ones are no biggie.
Yeah, once you get out to the Midwest, hail is like a hazard, and it knocks people the fuck out on the street. It's pretty bad.
I've always wanted to do a tornado chasing. I think that'd be really cool.
It is terrifying.
Is it terrifying? I think it'd be super fun.
Have you ever imagine being in your car and then is lifted off the ground? Sorry, like I don't mean to get on a tangent, but this is horrifying.
If you're good at it though, if you pay attention to which direction the storm's going and where the tornado is and don't get too close, you're not going to get lifted up. You might. The only thing is your car might get hit by hail, and that sucks. But otherwise, you should be okay. The amount of storm chasers that have died chasing tornadoes is like 2.
Number 2. Speaking of 2, what will you be reincarnated as when you die?
Who will I be reincarnated as?
What?
Oh, well, I hope it's not a pony, like a real pony. I really don't like real horses and ponies, to be honest. Like, I used to live near them, and when it did rarely rain in Arizona, the smell was just incredible, because the next day it'd always be pure sun and bacon, that stuff, and it was just the most disgusting thing I've smelled in forever. So hopefully not that, because I don't want to sit in a stable all day. I think that would suck. I don't know, maybe like a starfish. I think that'd be cool. It's a good experience.
You'd be immortal. You'd also be immortal.
Exactly. Just eventually, I'd gain sapience and start creating a starfish colony and go to starfish space and hang out on Europa with my starfish brethren, alien starfish. I'd go starfish.
Now we have questions from Jammer, who is new to the podcast. So Top Dog and EQD, Any planned changes or implementations for EQD in the future?
I don't think nothing too huge or serious, but that's why we do these recommendation posts so we can get ideas for stuff that we want to do. I want to do more events, but we're kind of like limited on what we can do with the Blogger interface. And if we stop using Blogger and Google to host the site, then it gets super expensive and just not really runnable. And
Fair.
this late in the fandom, it's hard to really like expand like that because you're probably not going to get any new traffic this late on.
It's true.
So really, just improving what we do and adding new types of posts and getting more involved in what people are doing in the community. I guess that's what I'd really like to do, but I can only do so much. We probably want to recruit more editorial writers. That's what I was talking to Calpane earlier about while we're going into this hiatus that got started today because of these stupid leaks. That just keeps happening. So yeah, more editorials. I like that.
All right. Do you have any suggestions on what can make film fiction and fan fiction better?
Film fiction should have a way to block stories because I go to the update section usually, and there's so many stories that update like once a day, and they've been updating for like a year. I'd really, really like to be able to block them and just have them disappear, so I never see them again.
Interesting. We'll forward that on to 90.
Oh, I've told 90 a couple times. He just ignores me.
You only want to see completed stories up there.
No, I want to see the updates because honestly, I'm really bad at like clicking the follow button and stuff on there because it's on my phone and it's just inconvenient. So really, it's just be able to block ones that are updating every single day that I have no interest in, so I could have a smooth update experience.
Fair. Let's see. Next question. What is your favorite food?
Pizza. I love pizza. I live on pizza almost. It's like $3, sometimes $2.50 if you get the Red Baron, and you can get like 5 of them and just live off pizza for a week, and you save all this money, and then you can buy really good food at the end of the week. And
yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
yeah,
No, I'm not even joking. I've got like 5 of the little 2-set mini pizzas and 1 more of the largest because I had one for dinner earlier.
See, the problem with those minis is you pay a lot more for those minis than you would just buying a normal one. The problem with buying a normal one is you eat the whole thing.
It's true.
Truth.
I've been
Absolutely
there.
Yeah, it's really hard not to. It's like, oh, I'll save half of this for tomorrow, and then you start getting hungry in a couple hours and you down it.
Yeah, but I have low blood sugar, so I have no intention of saving the other half for later.
Oh. Yeah, that would do it.
I'm just like, oh, I need it.
I think the only reason I really like hiking is because I like eating exotic pizzas afterwards. Like getting some big old exotic, crazy oregano's pizza or something. I don't know if you guys have oregano's out there, but they got amazing deep dish pizza. Yeah, that's what I like about hiking.
I kind of feel you there. Well, I used to work out extensively. I'd always reward myself with Chipotle afterward. Anyway, we're getting way off track and we're running short on time. So, do you have any interesting moments or meetings with show staff, MLP, or otherwise?
There was this one time we were at the GM or the BabsCon actually, and we're in the autograph line, and I was getting everyone to sign this thing that I was going to give out on EQD, and we were just running around getting them all to sign it for free because we bug them about stuff all the time. It's really casual, and then I get to GM Barrel and her agent's there, and I'm like, okay, well, we're just getting signatures to give it out on EQD, and she's like, well, you have to pay for it. I'm like, oh, okay. So I pull out my wallet and I throw some money in there instead of going to get a ticket and all that. And I didn't realize the autographs cost $20, and I gave her $5, and I felt like the biggest dick afterward when I found out that they're actually like $20.
Oh.
I was like, oh, I couldn't like look at her for a year. It's like, oh my god, I'm such a dumbass. I can't believe I did that because I thought they were cheap. I thought they were $5. I thought I was doing her a favor because giving her the money directly would avoid going through the convention and getting their cut type thing.
Yeah.
So I thought I was like, okay, this is a great idea. I'll just give her the money. And she signed it anyway. She didn't say anything. And I was just like, okay, cool. So yeah, I still feel like a dick about that. I talked to her about it a couple months ago, or last year, I think, at New York PonyCon. So we're good now, but that was awkward.
Well, that's good. Happy ending at the end of the day. But yeah, like
Yeah.
some of those, like to get an autograph with John Delancey was what, like 40, $50? I can't remember.
I don't
exactly.
care.
Are you
I don't
serious?
care. I still got to hug John Delancey.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, no, it's a lot higher than I ever thought it would be. That's for sure.
Now we have a question from Sunnyside Jerk, who says CCCD9, comma, your old waifu Cinder misses you. How do you feel about this?
Oh man, I moved on so fast once Pony came out. There was like a lot of hang-ups with the dragon thing because I didn't really like the scales, didn't really like the shape as much. Pony was way better. So that's my answer there. I just moved on.
Okay. Now we have questions from Uwe Toll, who asks, who is Thomas Midgley Jr.? And
It's probably
I don't
somebody
know what that-
I
horrible.
have no idea.
mechanical engineering chemist, whatever.
Invented lead petrol. That's all you need to know. Anyway, next question.
All right. Do you have items or sex toys from Bad Dragon?
Nope, I don't. Someone actually sent me the what's it called? The sugar spell. What was it? The sugar one, the pony one. Sugar something. It's like whatever. But they sent me that, and I actually
Sugar Star.
sold it.
It's called Sugar Star.
Sugar Star. That's what it is. Yeah, I sold it for $100.
Nice.
Sell. Sell.
He's like, yeah, I don't need this. And do you just want it? She's like, no, I'll just sell it if you don't want it. And I just sold it.
Let's see. What is your opinion on Kazuo Ishiguro winning the Nobel Prizes in Literature?
I don't know Kaguro Shigo or any of that stuff, unfortunately. I read
Alright.
nerd books. You probably
Next.
read a nerd book.
Would you an Inkling from from Splatoon?
Dude.
Would I an Inkling? I don't play Splatoon. I don't even have a Wii U, or not a Wii U, Wii whatever the new one is, Switch. So I don't know them too well, but I've seen some pictures of that the newer black one. She's really cute on DeviantArt. So I don't know, maybe.
All right, now there's questions from a save station, which was previously the Rape Spiders, which was
That's for you.
previously for me. I love you, but we can't save right now. Moving on. RB-47, who says, fanfiction seems to be the red-headed stepchild at EQD compared to fan music and fan art. It takes weeks or months to get new stories reviewed. Until recently, there was a no-fix option allowing visitors to filter out fanfiction entirely, but there was never a no art or no music button. Why is this?
Well, the no fanfic button was because we used to have a system where every time a fanfic would update, we'd bump it, and it drove people nuts because it'd bury everything else. So we added no fanfic mode, and then story update posts became a thing, but they were really common too, so we went ahead and just kept it because people were using it anyway. And eventually we got rid of it, actually pretty recently. So that's gone. But redheaded stepchild on EQD, I know the approval process is definitely insane. We discussed it with the previewers a while back that they might be better off as just scouting for fanfics instead of reviewing them, but some of them really enjoy reviewing fanfics and going through them and helping the authors out and stuff, so we still do that. I don't know if there's a way to fix it though, because to really get down and prove a fanfic on the site, it's a huge process, and they've always been the one post on the site that gets their own dedicated post, their own dedicated tags for searching and stuff. So I don't think they've been a redheaded stepchild, but I do agree that they've been really difficult to get up, and it takes too long sometimes.
All right. Now we're going to go to questions from Shakespearecles, who says, hey, Seth, and as I say that, I would like to remind the viewers of the podcast and all of us here, especially after last week, that we try not to use real names on this. So I love the enthusiasm, Shakes, but please don't. I don't know if you remember, but I first met you way back in February 2012 at a meetup in Phoenix, when meetups were the thing. I made a giant Trixie pinata.
Did they break that thing? They better not have broken that thing.
It did not.
He goes on to say that she was unharmed, and I know I'm dating myself with this meme, but the punchline is that she was full of pine cones.
Was she actually full of pine cones? I think.
Yes.
I mean, I remember the Trixie. I was worried they were going to go beat her up. She's the pinata. I thought that was a waste. She was really well done.
My question to you is, what is the strangest meetup experience you've had?
I've only had that like 2 or 3 meetups, to be honest. The Arizona group's so far away that like this was my 3rd Arizona meetup today, seeing the movie. So there's never really been a chance for strange things to happen at meetups. I guess conventions, there's this dude in a wolf hat walking around, like banging on people's doors and stuff, looking for a party or something. That was really weird.
Holy shit.
Okay.
That's creepy as fuck.
I guess he's really
Bang,
well known
bang,
in
bang.
Fayetteville.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Fucking-
know, it was weird. He wasn't drunk. He's just really, he's got the mental issues going on. So,
So how would you answer the door? Go huff and puff somewhere else?
I guess, I don't know. Nobody really answered. I think people were scared. This guy's walking around in the wolf hat. Like, you look through the peephole and see this, you're just not going to open the door. I wouldn't open the door. But
Now we have a... Go ahead. Sorry.
well, there wasn't much else. I mean, I guess he's pretty well known in the furry fandom, and his parents drop him off at conventions and just leave.
Oh, that's sad.
That's a thing. Yeah.
All right, well, let's move away from the sad for the next question. Apple Tank asks, how would you choose your cube for an avatar?
Someone else did that, I think. That was Mad Max. I think she turned me into a cube. I don't know if Mad Max is around anymore. I don't think she is. She kind of disappeared. But she was like a really famous comic artist back in 2011.
Oh, that Mad Max.
Yeah,
Yeah.
different Mad Max, not Mad Max the Black. Mad Max the Black's a fan over here. Friend.
Oh, no. No,
Okay.
Mad Max is, she was just an artist. She was really good. She was one of the ones that would probably be posted the most, to be honest. There's tons of Mad Max art.
Now we have questions from Not Enough Coffee. So number 1, what is absolutely hilarious as long as it's not happening to you? This isn't a riddle, just genuine question.
What is hilarious? It's not happening to me. God, I don't know. That's a tough one. Like, I can think of things that are exhilarating when it's not happening to me, like hurricanes. That's crazy, but I wouldn't want to be in one and lose my house in one.
What about explosive diarrhea?
Yeah, I don't know if that's funny. I think that's more just like, that sucks. I don't want that to happen to me ever. And it sucks that it's happening to you. I don't know. Maybe if it was a Rick and Morty episode and it was happening, it'd be funny. But I think you'd really have to sell it. Like, if it was just some random dude with explosive diarrhea, then I'd probably just feel bad.
Get your shit together.
Get on
Exactly.
the floor. Time to get swifty in here.
Number 2. Number 2. Or else we'll just be Rick and Morty shit posting for the rest of the cast. Number 2. What would you do if you only had 100 blinks left before losing your vision?
Oh, wow. I don't know. I'd probably just invest in eye drops, tons and tons of eye drops, and just keep that dropping on there. I'd probably maybe design some glasses that would drop water into your eyes every couple seconds.
You could keep your eyes closed and only open on occasion.
Yeah, but that's inconvenient. I think it'd be easier just to have glasses that automatically put eye drops in there, because that's all you really do is when you shut your eyes, you're just like rejuvenating your eyes with water. So you just get like a eye drop setup and use your last 100 blinks to build that, and then just don't blink anymore.
All right. Number 3. Imagine that a magical whale just turned you into a kitchen appliance. Do you still like the color orange?
I don't know. It depends on if the kitchen is orange. If it's like a really orange kitchen, I'd probably get sick of it. So I think I wouldn't mind the color orange. It's not even really my favorite color right now, to be honest. I'm more of a blue. Though there's this really cool car color that's orange. It's kind of like this metallic orange that looks really nice. So I'd be okay if it was metallic orange. I wouldn't be okay if it was like painted orange. Then I'd get sick of it.
All right. Number 4. If someone you had been seeing for 6 months invited you over for dinner, would you prefer a good sex with a bad dinner or bad sex with a good dinner?
Probably the food. I like food. I really
Man's
like
got
food.
his priorities straight.
Yeah, that's not even like a thing. I don't want bad dinner. I'm gonna go make some tacos later, so I'm gonna be getting some good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait. I got the beef thawing out right now, ready to go. Made my own seasoning for it.
Nice.
Yep.
Number 5. If Einstein was so smart, why did he die?
Jesus
I
fucking
think
Christ.
we really need to get around that, actually. I know Elon Musk invested in the company to fight aging. It's kind of a shame that we don't have that yet. I think we would if we were less cautious, maybe. I know China's probably going to be the first one to do it, so that's getting political though. So we're not going to go there.
Yay!
Yay!
Now we have questions from Latrius, who asks, "Fuck, marry, hug between a bat pony, an original design changeling, and Twilight Sparkle."
Marry, hug, fuck. I'd probably marry Twilight. I know her, you know. I don't know if this bat's like crazy or something, so I'd probably fuck the bat. And what was the last one? A changeling?
Yes.
Well, can that changeling be anything? Like any pony?
If you
Or
ask,
is it just a changeling in a changeling form?
ask it to be
Can
anything
you
you want.
change? Can you change into my missing father so I can hug you?
That's very sad. I'm sorry.
He, that is.
God!
I
We
mean,
have on record Seth apologizing to Enigma for his missing father.
Oh man.
I'd get you your father, man. But we'll give you the changeling. Go hug him. Go nuts. I'll do
Oh
the bat.
my
I'll do
God!
Twilight. I'm sorry.
God damn it, Enigma, you fat ass piece of shit.
Seth, you're too good for this world. Enigma, go fuck off.
Go hug
You
your dad.
Tulawar looking
Don't
motherfucker.
listen to these people.
I'm just gonna lay here in the bathtub and curl up underneath the water.
Okay. The
You say
other guy.
curdle?
Next question.
The other guy asks a question that is relevant to this conversation we're just having. Why is Enigma the best character in the Barcast story?
Am I?
No, fuck you.
Yeah,
You are the
yeah, he
worst.
is now.
Everyone hates.
He is the best character. Let's get his dad back. Let's do it.
Oh my
Come on.
God! No.
Hashtag
Don't encourage
get
it.
Enigma's bad dad back 2017.
I don't want him back.
Next question. Fucking next
That's in the
question.
Baker's territory.
Random
Almost
E.
done.
Random E284 asks, "Hi Seth, can you tell us a story? I don't know about what, but you choose."
Just a story? Like,
Yeah.
you want a fanfic or something?
Whatever you want, any story,
Once
anything.
there was an ugly barnacle, it was so ugly that everyone died at the end. Like that kind of shit.
Let's go with that, because I suck at storytelling. I'm not gonna lie. I've tried a couple of times here, and I suck at it.
All right. Mobile Sam then asks, "How do you feel about potatoes?"
I love potatoes, but I like potatoes when they're actually crafted into something like tater tots. But more so, they got these new crown things. Like, they're tater tots, but less thick, so you get a lot more of that crispy outside, called crowns. That's what I like. So, potatoes in that form, the best.
That sounds awesome.
Oh, they're great. Go look them up. They're cheap. They're just crowns. I think they're just leftover tater tot stuff, which is weird because tater tots are leftover other stuff, French fry stuff. Anyway,
So you're eating the bottom of the barrel. You're eating
bottom
the
of
bits.
the barrel, but it's
Just the
delicious.
bits.
It's delicious. I guess it's kind of like the bottom of the pretzel bag. You know, you get those really salty pretzels at the bottom, and they're all good.
Yeah.
Best part.
All right. Now we have questions from Brian Fiction. What is your favorite song from the show and song from the fandom?
The song from the show, probably the Starlight Glimmer song. I like villain songs, and I like Starlight. That's my favorite song. And
All right.
only because I'm so burnt out on Rinter Rapida because there's like 50 billion remixes of it. So
Yeah.
that one got old. Actually, both Starlight songs. We'll just go with both. They're great. And then my favorite fandom song, probably Awoken by Glaze. That one was really good. I love that song. That's one of the few I've listened to a million times and don't get sick of. That's it. I
All
can't
right.
think of any others.
Favorite non-pony?
Non-pony. That's tough. Probably a changeling to turn into my favorite pony.
Solid. Okay. Changelings, yes or no?
Yes.
Spike, yes or no?
Medium. I don't want him to run any more episodes. I think he's really
true.
bad. Yeah, he's bad as an episode runner because he just gets really stupid. But when he's not the episode runner, he's really smart. So I like him.
All right. Opinion of the Barcast, yes, no?
say yes. This is the most chilled podcast I've been on so far. I like it.
Yes.
No, that is the review. This is the most chilled podcast I've been in on. I like it. That's the review we put on the front of our fucking page from Seth. Are we good with that?
Yes, I'm good with that. Let's do it.
I'll notarize that. Let's do it.
All right. Opinion of Gopnik/Slavic ponies. Yes, no.
Oh yeah, I love gothic ponies.
Or
How would pony squat like Slavs?
Not Gothic. Like.
Gothic. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Check out behind the counter. There's a pic.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Okay.
Oh, so that's how they're.
like
Oh, so that's how they're
girls.
squatting. Okay.
Yeah, I don't really like smoker girls. No, I'm not into that. If that's Gopnik.
Good bunny.
All right, and then finally, would you recommend watching MLP to those of us who don't?
Do any of you don't?
All of us here are up to date with the show, but I think some of the people who watch the podcast don't.
They watch the podcast and they don't watch MLP.
It's weird.
Yeah, go watch it. Go watch the show. Go enjoy it. There's a couple dud episodes, but it's got a really, really good set of good ones. Do it.
And then last but not least, we are completely out of questions, but Shakespearicles has jumped on the board of Get Enigma's Bad Bag 2017, and of course then provides this picture for Seth right here.
Oh, it's loading. Slowly, because my internet sucks. Oh, that's a classic right there.
Jesus.
That is like 7 years old, six years old. That is an old school one. And I still have no idea what it's like a reference to or anything. It's just a classic.
And that's it. That's all the questions that we had.
Cool.
So, that said, that's going to conclude our podcast for this evening. I know you have important Equestria Daily stuff to do. So Thank you, Seth, for coming on and taking our questions.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Hopefully it was as good for you as it was for us.
I had a blast. That was a very fast 2 hours. So now I need to go work.
Oh, I wish you luck.
Thank you for watching this edition of the Barcast. Your bartenders for this evening have been a non-pencil,
Like cereal.
Enigmatic Otaku,
Can I get out of the bathtub now?
No! Stay in the fucking bathtub!
Flaminorfer. See, the joke is those three have to actually withstand 24 more hours together. So, Milk,
Lude,
Ravage,
Das Vidania,
and of course our wonderful guest, Sethisto.
Bye. Goodbye.
My name is Flutter Priest. Have a great weekend.
Fuckers!
All right, cool.
Are we